Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu faman mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening to ladies and gentlemen. Alright, my name is Sudarman bin Sudirman. I'm from FTB Holdings Bahad. I'm going to present my topic for this evening, which is instituting contractor safety in large companies. Okay, guys, 30 minutes for your misery, hopefully, and to this. Alright. I reckon this topic as a very pertinent topic nowadays. It is becomes trend for most large companies, especially in our countries. Tendering and contracting out most of our complicated and risky job. Okay, either because of we have enough company, insufficient internal resources, or maybe we just want to simply avoid handling potential risk of the job. Furthermore, in our case, I mean in FGB, Further Global Group of companies, the statistics shows that at least 33% of our occupational incidences comes from the contractors. I guess some of you are maybe facing the same magnitude of situations with the contractors. So if we can settle the contractors, but we believe we can at least try our best to manage tackle 33% of our incidences problem. Having said that, still, as we are entity from creating the risk, whether we like it or not, we need to ensure we manage all the risks at our place, because we are the one who creating it as effective as possible. And therefore, we need to ensure we spend enough effort seriously to institute safety among our contractors. My scope of presentation today mostly based on our company's practices and based on my expectations on how instituting contractor safety framework should be. You may have different ideas, you can disagree with me, but we just share what we have now. So you don't have to argue with me now. So please feel free if you find it's beneficial to you, or vice versa. For my presentation today, I will begin we'll talk about what are the challenges facing by our contractors and how we do manage it. After that, I'll share with you on how we could institute contractors safety element in our management systems. And thirdly, I'll address about the contractor selection process from the perspective of HSE, followed by proposing some performance evaluations approach. And last but not least, I'll share about what we have done so far towards our contractors' HSE capacity development agenda. Alright, my first scope is about the contractors' risk, challenges, and management. Our contractors are frontliners in our operations. They are, among others, the person who facing the workplace risk first-handly. By using oil palm plantations and manufacturing business model as for the discussion today, let's see what are their challenges, workplace hazards facing by them, and how do we manage it. As we all know, plantation industry is a labor-intensive orientations industry. Lots of work are carried out in a manual handling manner. People deal with sharp objects, uneven off-road, dusty conditions, exposed to hot and high-pressure substances, and many others. Physical hazard commonly becomes the main cause of our contractors' occupational incidences. In our diversified business, we have thousands of confined space facilities. We have PMT machines like boilers and sterilizers. We have silos and bigger tanks for material, CPO, and chemical storage. We also have several hundreds of tankers, which also can be considered as confined space moving facilities. All of these confined space facilities need to be maintained regularly, either scheduled maintenance or repairing. Normally, the job will be carried out by our contractors. As we all know, confined space normally contains hazardous gases, flammable, toxic gases, Of course, we clean it first before we ask the contractor to work in it. But still, the possibility of exposed to the hazard is still there. In our palm plantation site, our estates, our contractors are also exposed to chemical hazards. One of the routine major work is weeding. A job which normally carried out by using toxic chemical, either in the contact or systemic versions. The contractors, workers who carry out the job normally exposed to the chemical hazard on a daily basis. Guys, these are pictures of contractors' workplace biological track. Fortunately, they are also as our friend as well. So normally plantation company will subscribe with either RSPO or MSPO, and therefore we are duty bound to protect the wildlife living within our boundaries. The challenge is they can hurt us. In the past we have recorded some cases of our contractors' workers attacked by crocodile, elephants, wild boar, even by buffalo. Some of it end up with severe injury, and worst case scenario end up with fatality. Basically, we don't want them to be there whenever we do our job, right? But it will be grateful if we can tell them, hey guys, please don't come here. But the problem is we cannot say that to them. We are the one who introduce the intruders of their territory. Do you know the range of bunch weight of oil palm, fresh fruit bunch, are between 5 kilos to 50 kilos. The average bunch weight, I'm not so sure for other companies. I believe that's in our companies, maybe more or less the same, right? Average bunch weight between 5 kilos to 50 kilos per bunch. And do you know that the loaders need to carry and loading up to 1,500 numbers of fresh fruit bunch daily? And do you know that our harvesters, weeders, even our manual workers have to walk in the distance between 2.5 to 5 kilometers per day? And do you know that in the planting imaged area, contractors workers have to work under direct sunlight for 6 to 8 hours every day? These are among the economic issues facing by contractors, workers in our plantations industries. In the United States, approximately about 95% of contractors workers are foreigners. They came from countries like Indonesia, Bangladesh, Nepal, and several others. Some of them have to borrow money from their countries' money launderers in order to come to our countries. All of them have to sacrifice their precious time with their families just to work and earn money in our countries. So we cannot ignore the fact that some of them have psychological problems like stress and lonely. Most of our estate, FGP group, located in rural area. You guys, have you heard the area called Aring? Aring? Where is Aring, please? Or Kechau, or Umas? That's where is our plantation is located. Living this kind of place somehow contributing to worsening of the psychological issues among our contractor workers. It is paramount for us to do something to manage these contractors' safety issues. It is essential for all organizations, first of all, to implement permit to work for their high-risk job or tasks. I believe every company is implementing the PTW. Like for working at heights, working in confined space, doing hard work, doing excavation work, machine schedule maintenance and repairing, and so on. The best practice, if we can implementing PTW, integrated implement PTW, if we can integrate PTW to become one integrated PTW. And next, we also suggest of organizations to set up their life-saving rules, like what being practiced in Petronas, their famous veto, and Shell having life-saving rules. These life-saving rules definitely can help organizations in instituting contractor safety. effectively. Next, before work starting, normally we are expecting contractor or we instruct contractor to come out with their method statement. This method statement to ensure contractor already considering all of their risk, work hazards, and do whatever necessary precaution and preventive actions. An organization also need to handle psychological issues among their workers. So among programs that we can suggest, like spiritual programs, sport programs, award competitions, even counseling, right? So this is example of life-saving rules. Some of it we implement in our organizations, some of it still not yet. But I believe some of you already implementing in our place. We share this thing we believe that we need to have in order to have a safer workplace. We want to avoid of learning safety by accident. First, we shall set up and ask our contractors to follow a prescribed safety journey management plan and those safety rules. The contractors must ensure they're faster than their seatbelt, ensure at least 100 meters driving clear, stay within speed limit and not talking mobile while driving. Second, we want our contractor to obtain a valid permit to work before they commencing any required jobs. This is very important as a first step to ensuring the contractor's safety and those who are around them. Thirdly, the contractor must conduct gas testing whenever required. If contractor need to do welding or working at the hazardous place, they need to conduct gas test first. Right? A qualified gas test must conduct normally from our part, test before commencing work, and HSC process and procedure of gas test must be completed before starting work. And next, contractor need to verify a solution before beginning work and use the specified life protective equipment. Next, the contractor must obtain authorization or valid confined space certificate before entering a confined space. We want our contractor to stay safe from hidden dangers because gas can be a silent killer. The contractor need to use specified fall prevention equipment when working at height. We instruct our contractor to never unbuckle their harness when working at height. Next, the contractor need to obtain authorized before overriding or disabling HSC critical equipment. Okay? And next, the contractor need to avoid from working under any suspended rope. We want them to stay alert and stay alive. And instruct our contractor for not using bad or unauthorized tools or equipment, even under the pressure of getting the work done. My second topic is about contractors-related management systems. In an organization, HSC management system, we can have contractor element in every segment of the cycle, from policy up to preventive action and performance enhancement plan. An holistic approach in inculcating contractor safety culture through HSC management system is very important and essential. This is an example of safety policy which include and stating the projected HSC contractors HSC rules and responsibilities. The contractor as the business partner is required to support our organization HSC objectives and programs. This is an example of contractor safety related item in a company's group procurement policy. It is stated about the contractor's requirement for legal compliance. They are responsible to ensure safety workplace and protecting environmental quality. They also must ensure their operational process is aligned with the appropriate HSC system conformance in place. Next, about selections. During the selections of any contractors, an organization must ensure that they put safety as priority. The organization should looking at the potential contractors from the perspective of HSC. This is something paramount and important. They're supposed to consider whether the contractor fulfill all the basic HSE requirements like covering all of their workers with insurance, have a well-trained, certified and competent manpower, have a good past HSE track record in terms of LTI and court cases, steady in their financial capability so that they will be able to allocate enough resources to be invested in HSE. My next topic is about contractors' performance evaluations. Another way of studying contractor safety is through performance evaluations. I suggest an organization to conduct yearly or quarterly or even monthly contractor performance evaluations. This is part of micromanaging their high HSE performance. Organizations can also give their guidance in the process simultaneously. Approach that we may use in order to examine contractors' HSE performance, like doing site visit, on-site observations, reviewing their documents, and interviewing the contractors and their workers. On top of that, we may also need to set up the contractor-specific KPI on safety, so that the organization and contractors have a common target towards safety, performance, achievement, and both parties, the organizations and the contractors, speak the same language. This is an example of contractors' KPI that being practiced in some of our FGV's subsidiaries. For example, it consists of their monthly assessment, LTI, safe working hours, incident action plan completion, unsafe behaviors and conditions corrections, and monthly safety meeting. This is an example of contractor assessment approach. It is implemented in one of our JV company. We call it 9 points assessment. Those things to be examined include, as per stated there, the contractor operator has a manager on site who is responsible for HSE. Second, the contractor operator has a written management system. The contractor operator investigates injuries and incidences, establish and tracking corrective follow-up actions to their completions. The contractor operator has an HSE training and qualification program for its employees. And next, the contractor operator has a system to monitor behavior and correct unsafe behavior. And next, the contractor operator has a written program for regulatory interventions. Next, the contractor operator has a program for continuous improvement of its HSE systems. The contractor has a identification elimination system. And last, the contractor executes risk assessment for work and implement countermeasures to eliminate risk. My fifth topic about contractors' capacity development. As an organization who subscribes to multi-management systems, it is part of the system to have continuous improvement process. Since contractor actually is a part of our organizations, they are supposed to be included in the organizational continuous improvement process. One way of doing continuous improvement process is through capacity development. Organization need to develop contractors' awareness, skills, and which is related to safety. Remember Section 15 in bracket 2 of OSH 1994 stated that employer need to provide instructions, information, supervision, and training. This is an example of scheduled training for our contractors, like safety card trainings, induction training, and others. We formulate our own safety cards so that we give the same types of training to our contractors and same type of exposure and awareness. This is an example of organizational technical skill development center. We have what we call Academy Latihan Felda. It's located in Kuantan. It is recognized training center and training center and training provider by DOSH and HRDF. They are recognized by DOSH and HRDF. We are offering technical HSE training to our contractors like AESP programs, AGT programs, and working at height programs. These are examples of safety videos that we blast through email, including addressed to our contractors. This is an example of reminder we blast through email. to remind our staff and contractors about current issues. This sample of bulletin released by subsidiary company of Federal Group of Companies, specifically is released by the GPPM, which also have been given to their contractors. This is an example of environmental awareness message we give to our staff and contractors. And finally, this is OSH Day. In this OSH Day, we share a lot of things. I'm not sure whether contractors are here or not, but I believe all of us can pass out the message to our contractors whatever we share, so that they can also be benefited from whatever we do here. Guys, it's short. You know what? If we seriously instituting HSC in our workplace, to our contractors, to our staffs, to anybody, in every part of our business, in everything what we do, even the owl can live their life safely and peacefully in our workplace. So it's mean much to us actually. Thank you very much. Sekian wabillahi taufiq. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Saudara Sudirman, with his comprehensive on his topic, instituting contractor safety in large companies. So, I believe we have some ideas on the risk challenge towards the management system, which include the contractor's physical hazard, chemical hazard, biological hazard, agronomical, and also social hazard. So we have I believe we have another half an hour time for question and answer. So with I believe all the audience can ask question with all our three presenters here on the floor. So we just open question and answer, and at the same time, if possible, just introduce yourself and which company you are come from before raise any question. Silakan.